Good morning, YouTube. Well, I say good morning. What time are we on? It's nearly good afternoon. We're on 11:33. So yeah, it's 11:30, and this is just going to be one of them videos that you just haven't planned. It's definitely been one of them weeks where shit just goes wrong, and it happens. Welcome to car life. Fuck. So yeah, the plan today is going to be, well, I'll firstly tell you what's been going on. So as you know, we had a bit of issue with the big brake kit for the time attack car, so we're headed off down there. I think it was 3 days after I fitted the straight through exhaust or the back box delete. I was gonna get a video after we came back from Preston of a few flybys, make a video out of that, but on the way down to Preston to go get the brakes, a stone or rock has decided to flick up on the M62, smashed the top of the screen, but luckily I'm covered in insurance. If not, it'd been a good 160, 170 pounds on my front screen. Luckily I am covered, so that's a kind of bit of a piss take, but it hadn't took me out of pocket. So that's the first one. When we came back 2 days after, driving down the road, started getting like a twitch in the steering wheel. I'm just driving down the road, every time I got to like an uneven patch on the road, it would just like, it was just going like that, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Now the last time that happened, about 2 months after buying the car, the left arm, the left lower control arm, suspension arm, whatever you want to call it, that decided to come loose on a ball joint. Not really a good thing to have come loose on you, because obviously your wheel can just drop and send you off of the road. Luckily this one, it's just showing slight movement. I've had both sides up, rear and everything, checked it all, and it seems to be the right side that's got the slightest bit of movement in it, and I think like the power steering or something's trying to correct its movement. So we've managed to get one of them, so we're going to be fitting that. If you want to try get one of these, I got this off eBay. If you try buy it from anywhere else, even with the like discounts or like Ghost 40 discount or 60 discount what you get at Euro car parts, you're still going to be looking at like £90. I think they're about £160 without discounts. I managed to get that for £40 off eBay. So all in all, it could have been a £500 week just on parts on the car, but luckily it wasn't. So yeah, let's get this right side stripped. I'm gonna walk you through it. Well, I'm gonna try to. I've managed the left side. We'll do like right side, and I'll walk you through it and show you what it is that you need to do the job. So just for reference, this is what happened. It's hard to pick it up, but it like chipped it here, and then it went up to start with, and then as we got further and further down and then on the way back, it just literally creeped and it's gone all the way across. Still waiting for them to come out and sort that, but that'll be sorted soon. So yeah, got my little thing, because obviously it's been pissing it down, floor soaked, so I'm going to get that down so I'm not getting piss wet through. Got this jack, 1.5 ton, does the job perfect, and then just some normal little bits, not fancy, so hopefully we get the job done and we get it done before it starts raining again. Right, so I've mentioned it before on other videos, but obviously because I'm getting more views now on my videos, I'll mention it again. You might not have seen them ones, I'm just babbling on now. But when you come to jacking your car up, especially on a Vectra or any newer car, if you look down the side and you've never jacked a car up before, you've got some little arrows just here. And if you have a look underneath, you've normally got a square, like sort of nice strong place that you can jack up from, and you're not going to go straight through your floor, because you don't want that to happen, definitely not. So yeah, we're going to get us jack, we're going to stick it right on his jacking point and then jack her up. Right, so the thing in question, if you just look behind here to this ball joint just here at the back, exactly the same thing that happened on the other side. Is it going to focus? Yeah. If you just look there, I'm only pulling that with one hand, and there's definitely some movement there. So I've checked all inner and outer tie rods and they're fine, but as you can see, that should not be happening. So I'm going to try and get this off now. Alright, so having a quick look, this is a 14, this back end. You've got some there at the front, just in there, fittle, yep, that one right there. And then obviously you've got the front bolt there. Seem to have accumulated quite a lot of dirt on top of these. And then you've got another one at the back where it's loose on a ball joint, which is like a star. If I can get into it without falling over and breaking my camera. Just there, just that one right there. That one. I don't know what that is, but I have got them because they tend to be on the engine mounts. And then I think it's a 15mm bolt at the back, and they're the ones that you need to undo. You've also got that little torque bit there that I'm going to undo, which might allow me to drop this down and just get a bit more access to the back. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, so that's that back one loosened off. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to leave it in, so then when I'm undoing all the rest of them, it still holds that back one in place, because I know from past experience when I've done stuff like this, I've took the bolts out, got excited, gone to go undo something else, and then because I've took the bolt out of the back, it's flapping about, and then you don't get no leverage onto stuff. So I'm just going to leave that in for the minute. Still holding the back bit is loose. It just needs pulling out and undoing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit, which is probably going to be what's this? Guessing it's a T25. So it's a T25 on your inside, and hopefully this is going to allow me a bit more space to get into these bolts. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Right, so these are 218s. The back end's a bit of a nightmare to get into. But I'm going to try to do this without... Jesus. Right.
It's starting to rain.
Oh, that one's tight. That one is tight. Fuck! This situation is starting to look like one of them memes, so you use something small and you see it going further and further and down, like you will fucking get off. Alright, so we've now got that loose, the strong bar worked. It wasn't as tight as what I actually thought it'd be. So, as you can see, that's loose now. And to get into this side, just the top tip, I couldn't find an 18mm spanner to get in that gap. You cannot get in with a socket, or I couldn't anyway, just to this bolt that's just right here. It's tucked right in there. You can't get it from underneath because there's too much stuff in there. So only way you can get to it is through the top. I ended up using a 19mm and strong bar on the other side and it was fine. I've managed to crack it off. Left that in just for the minute. Just need to get this front ball joint one off now, and then I can undo them all and I can drop it off and put the fresh part on.
Right, so this one here, it turns out it's a 16, so the only thing, I haven't got another spanner that's a 16, so I'm going to use a trusty adjustable, and then for the other side it's one of these, so it's like a star one. It's a, what is it? It's an E14, it'll focus, focus. You can just about see it. So that goes on the other side, and then I'm going to get this on this side, and hopefully, because I've sprayed it, it's going to come undone. Right, so I've got a bit of movement then. And there it is. So I'll just keep them locked up together so I don't get mixed up without putting them to the side.
So, just gonna undo this and if I can get this out. Quite short, I expect it to be longer. Put that on the left side and then when I take that front and out, I'll put that on the right side and I know exactly where they're going. So yeah, just get this one off. Might be a bit more trickier with where it is. Full lot spinning. I'm gonna have to put camera down. I'll be back with you. Alright, so that's the front bolt out now. As you can see, there's no bolt here. Goes straight through. That one's out, and then the one at the front here is out. This is the back end. This is kind of what I was expecting for that side. But yeah, that one's for front, so I'm gonna keep that on the right side just to just so when I go back I can put it all back nice, don't have to search about, because normally when you put stuff in piles you're like, oh yeah, this goes here, but then it doesn't, you get it halfway and you're like, shit, I'm threading it. So yeah, keep them like that, just better peace of mind and all that. So yeah, there's no holding this on now, so with a little bit of a wiggle it should come. Do you know what I've just realised? I've undone the wrong fucking bolt, haven't I? I've undone the wrong bolt. Bastard. So I shouldn't have undone that bolt. It's the two at the fucking back there. See them? It's right there. Them little sneaky things. When it focuses. Don't want to focus. Oh yeah, there we go. Them two. Yeah. That ones I needed to be undoing. Bollocks! Right. Back at it.
A few moments later.
Right, so after that mess up, I've got them two out from under there. Can you see it? Can you see it? There's just two holes right there. Just these two. I've got them out. And yeah, they were 18. They weren't that bad. You've got two nuts on the top right there. They're 18s as well, so you just want to make sure that you get an 18 spanner on top. And then I had to do it with the "you better get the fuck off now" bar. So yeah, it's been pretty straightforward. I'm going to try yank this off now. Hopefully we don't find out else, but that should be it. It's going to be a bit of a wiggle, I know it is, with the bushes. But yeah, going to give it a wiggle and see if I can get it off. Put camera here. Don't tell me there's another one. Is there another one? It's alright, there ain't another one, just me having a meltdown. So that bush goes between two parts of the frame, so that's going to have to be pulled outwards. So what I think I'm going to do is, that side's loose, that just drops out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a spanner, drop it between this, push it down, and then that should just, the full thing should just pull out. So let's give this a whirl. There we have it, and that's all stones and stuff that's been sat on it. So we'll just have a quick look at this. Back bush on that seems alright. That one's definitely got some play in it. So that'll cause some of it. There's a bit of grease on this, and it's definitely seen better days as that, I don't think. Wow, yeah. I mean, where's the new one? Show you a comparison and then you'll see what I mean. So we just get this out. Get that cap off. Right, so I'll just move these with the same force. Right, little finger. Look at the state of that. And then if you look at that, it's not even moving. So, well, I'm like, yeah, I can't even hardly move that, and same again with that, no movement. So that's shafted, and that's definitely shafted. So yeah, it's definitely a good job that I did this, because that's failed, and so is that. So yeah, all reverse order, throw this on, and we're good to go. So another thing as well, whilst all these bolts are out, that one, and them two, what I'm going to do is, got some copper grease. I always copper grease everything, obviously apart from brake pads, but I always stick a dab of copper grease on everything, just for if it ever needs doing again, if next owner needs to do any work on it, or if I need to do any other work on it, that'll do, little dab. Then it's just a case of, it's going to make my life a whole lot easier, or the next person that comes to do out on it. So yeah, always copper grease, always copper grease. So yeah, I'm going to start sliding everything on. Hopefully it's pretty easy. I mean, it should be pretty easy to take off, especially on drive. I'm not using no fancy, that's a cheap buzz gun. Don't know what I'm doing real tight stuff, but it's always easier than fucking ratcheting for hours. And yeah, axle stand, cheap jack. Yeah, there's no special happening here. So yeah, I'm gonna whack this on, and I'll get back to you.
One eternity later.
Right, so what I thought was going to be a 15-minute job for putting it back on as what it was for taking that piece of shit off. It's a lot harder to get back on, especially when your bushes are all good and not knackered like that, so you've got a load of flex. I've had to pull the old trusty jack out that you all remember that were a death trap. I had to pull that out and get it underneath this right here and fight against alt shocker, and yeah, I'm all black. Filthy. So yeah, I've nipped everything up. I'm just going to go around it all. I'm going to tighten it up, but
it's all shiny again.
Yeah. But that's it done. So yeah, if you liked it, remember, I think it's going to be like here. Press that, press subscribe, bell notifications, it'll notify you every single time I upload. There'll be 2 videos right here. Click like if you enjoyed it, comment if you want to. Keep in touch with me on Instagram, always try and write back to everyone. So yeah, till next time guys, see you later.